Hey guys, this is Rusty, and today I'm gonna show you my tips and tricks for building medieval markets, so that you can bring life to your medieval or fantasy cities and make them that much better. And let's immediately start with the first one, which is to really think about the shape of your marketplace even before you start building it. You see, marketplaces in real life are often made of these kind of roads that have stalls on both sides, so that they can maximize the place they are in. The stalls themselves are almost never placed randomly. So if it is taking place on, let's say, the city square, then the marketplace itself has almost this circular shape. My next tip then would be to really have some variety in the stalls themselves. Like you can, for example, use as many different stall designs as you can find. Like in my small marketplace showcase, all the stalls are completely different. Also a note, if you want to see a tutorial for some of them, definitely leave a comment down below. You can then also use a ton of different combinations of colors for the cloth that match together, like let's say yellow and orange, or cyan and grey, or purple and blue, or even green and brown. And then you can also decide if you want to alternate between the colors in like a checkerboard pattern or even in stripes. And when you start to think about this, you suddenly realize that there really is a ton of different options and room to be very creative. Another tip I have is to think about the different items that will be sold on your marketplace. You can, for example, think about the location of your city, like is it near a sea so that there will be a lot of fish being sold, or is it surrounded by lush fields, or maybe just mountains. The best thing is that the items being sold don't even necessarily have to be normal Minecraft items. Like here I have, for example, a potter with some cups from flower pots and sea pickles, and vases which are just regular terracotta with some flower pots on top. Or this one is like a cloth merchant, as I love placing buttons on the sides of wool blocks, which makes them, I think, quite resemble balls of cloth. Then the next one is just a regular farmer selling some apples and pumpkins. And this last one here sells just some honey and stuff. My next tip then is to add a lot of storage everywhere, as the merchants will need to store their goods somewhere. You can easily do this by just adding a lot of piles of barrels and crates, which I usually make out of note blocks, with some chests mixed into them, or even have some of the goods themselves be lying on the ground, like I have here, for example, this cloth. I also like to have a lot of carts around with the items, because they were quite efficient for transporting these. My tip number 5 would be to make the market part of some kind of a festival. The people in the city might be celebrating something, and this way you can add a lot of decorations to your city, which can then bring a lot of different colors to your build. For these 3 decorations here, for example, I've just raised up some stripped spruce pillars, then connected them with some dirt to get the main shape of the cloth so that it's kind of hanging down, and finally just replaced the dirt with the wool, and of course added some more detail for the finished result. And my final tip for making medieval markets in Minecraft would be pretty much the same as with any other Minecraft build, and that is to add a ton of greenery everywhere in your build, because it gives it so much life and color, and you can pretty much never go wrong with adding some bushes or trees to your build. And that's it for my Minecraft tips to building markets. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And see you next time.